This is going to get clipped so hard.
Potentially you are missing out on the most beneficial portion of the rep. And they'll just have traps as well because traps need work. Let's get it, baby.
Right, hello and welcome back to the YouTube. We've got Nilesh back in, actual videographer today, so the quality will be improved. Leg day with Kuba, getting his stuff together now. If you don't know Kuba, I've known him for like 4 or 5 years. Looked up to him for all those 4 or 5 years. He's an open IFBB pro. Very, very knowledgeable guy. Sort of a nice balance between meathead and intelligent training, right? Trains quite similar to me, top set, backward set style of training. But basically just a big brain individual who just lives and breathes bodybuilding. So legs with him today. I think we're going to do a little bit more hamstring focused, and then Friday I'll be back in with him, a little bit more quad focused. So yeah, we're just going to film and see how it goes. Pre-warning, heads up, I've had 1.5 hours sleep on a hospital floor because Em had a surgery, a few complications, so then she stayed up overnight. So as a result, I just stayed overnight with her, just like lying on this cold floor in shorts and a tank top, shivering. It's like you're like 10 years old and you go to your mates for a sleepover and they don't give you a blanket or anything and you're just like piling a pillow on top of you to stay warm. That was me all night. So meals have been a little bit, a couple of rice cakes this morning who come straight from the hospital to here, so optimal. Kyle said not to train. Sorry, Kyle.
What's your goal in a prep now when you're in deficit?
Sustain my performance, not lose my legs.
What's going to sustain your performance?
Not overtraining and
repeatable progression or sustaining that effort and load. Intensifiers now, when your food is not really low, but a little bit lower, is that going to let you sustain that performance with higher frequency as you get deeper?
Nice.
What's going to happen then? Your legs just fucking fade.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, you want to protect the muscle now. And look, I'm not here to fucking change anything as such, but I know what I've done to my legs last year. I know what you've done to your legs last year. And I know what most people do to their legs. Like, I'm not being a dick, but like looking at even some of the top pros and top Olympians, I watch what they do and you can see it. They look massive in the off season. They start prep, they start coming down in body weight, and what happens then? They wither down to fuck all. Or they lose a substantial amount of size, which they shouldn't. Like, the fucking genetic freaks.
Yeah.
But that just shows you, like, if you're not calculated training, even a genetic freak can lose all the fucking size in the world. So, I'm not saying you're going to do that, but I still think there's still small little things that you can probably get a little bit more out of, even now. Don't lift that leg up. Let this do whatever it wants to do. As long as it's not moving excessively, it doesn't matter. Drive up. Hard. Pause. What are you thinking about when you're doing a hamstring curl?
My hamstring.
Like, what are you thinking about in terms of your pelvis or any position? Of your quad or anything
Just
like that?
Keep glutes down.
Glutes what?
Glutes down, like into the pad.
Right, don't think about your glutes down, think quad down. If you think glutes down, right, this needs to move to a degree for your hamstring to actually fully shorten and then lengthen. If you try to pin this down, you will inhibit the function of your pelvis to a degree and the function of your hamstring. Your pelvis has to move slightly to get this fully shortened.
Got you.
Try that, just feel it out. Drive quad down and curl through. The same thing, right, if you're doing a bicep curl, it's like trying to lift this up whilst you're doing a bicep curl. What would you do then?
Get shoulder, not bicep.
Exactly. So the more you can be efficient with the use of your energy, the fucking better. Because that's what it's all about now, right? Sustaining quality work.
For sure.
As you get leaner, your ability to do that's just going to start to diminish a little bit more. With this dropping weight now, just make it fucking exceptional every rep.
Yep.
Let's go. For you specifically now, you want to put yourself in a position that is going to allow you to move the least load possible, but get the best range of motion possible for target area muscle. So what do you need? Bigger erectors, bigger traps, bigger hamstring. So today, we're going to hinge for that fucking purpose. So your goal is to, what the fuck can I do from this lift to get the most out of it, not load the bar up. And then we'll set off traps as well, because your fucking traps need work.
You're not wrong.
I need to take a rep, I'll take a rep. So first rep will be the dictating factor. But I'm not going to waste more energy if this feels good.
Yep.
It's the same for you. If it doesn't feel good or anything's off, even your position is slightly off, just fucking dump it and go again. And thinking about it this logically, right, when it comes to appropriate rep ranges or what rep ranges you should work with, it's a rep range that allows you to execute the best and stay safe with. On a movement like an RDL, if you shoot for 8 reps, that set will last probably a minute. So you're telling me you'll be able to execute 7, 8 reps, like with great execution? Probably not. That's when most injuries happen. They don't necessarily happen through the load itself. It's more so you get to a point where you break down execution because you're not able to brace and maintain position, and then something goes. What have you got for classic?
Ramon again. This is going to get clipped so hard. When Mike actually makes weight for the weight cap he does, I don't think he's big enough.
I agree.
But we'll see what he's like at the Arnold.
He's taller somehow. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think the Brazilian fans fought him last year with
Big time.
14 pounds in like a week or whatever it was. But I think Naz, when he fills out a bit more, will be up there. But it also depends what they want. Naz is unique.
I love his physique, but I can also see perspective of he's extremely classic, but at the same time, it's almost like, I don't know how to say it without almost insulting him. He's classic, but at the same time, somehow not classic. I think for classic, the top guys that are like top 3, it needs to be almost like a structure thing where your structure is unique in certain way, where you hit that shot and you're like, fuck. Whereas Naz is almost like, it's too perfect. This is the only exercise that will challenge your quad in that full shorten range.
Yeah.
No other exercise does that. So it only makes sense to spend some time there, but also an isometric will, to a degree, strengthen your connective tissue. So we get best of both worlds here. One, challenge the quad in a range that doesn't get challenged out in any other exercise, plus the connective tissue strength benefits with a slight isometric. So literally just a 1 to 2 count in the short every rep. Do you do any calf work?
Nah, wasted weight cap.
Okay. Just, you're not going to do any working sets. I will. You won't. But you'll just do one set, just to be able to get your feet a little bit lower. What I found is, every time I have been doing calf work before my compound quad exercise, it only breaks it up where you get a little bit longer rest between leg extension and compound work, so you're a little bit fresher. But I find I'm always able to place my feet lower and get more knee flexion with more comfort. So just something to try. For you don't need more calf, but still just doing a set where you get a little bit of length there is going to be beneficial.
Agreed, that's cool.
With a squat shoe, get more knee flexion, get my heels down to my arse and my knees coming up as opposed to directly in. The quad stimulus that we'll get from that is just so much higher, as opposed to just turning into a glute exercise. Oh, fucking hell. Thank you. Oh man, that felt so fucking good.
Feels better with your feet lower. I was having like the ball of my foot in the crease
Same here.
before, but
Just puts you in a, it's more of like a, it puts you in a position on this where it looks like you're getting more range,
yeah,
but you're getting more range for your hip, not your quad. This will look like you're getting less range, but when you actually look at the distance of your knee versus your heel, it's so much greater. So the knee flexion is so much greater on this. And that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
If we want to do a glute exercise in this, we'd do it, but we don't really need to do a glute exercise in this now.
Yeah.
We've done the glute portion of the workout with the RDL, even more intentional with a change of direction, where, let's say you're doing 9 plates on this again, but with no sleeves. You're gonna think twice about bouncing part of the stretch. If you have sleeves on, it almost gives you that false sense of security, both on the hack and the leg press. But think about this, right? If you're not capitalizing that stretch position, potentially you are missing out on the most beneficial portion of the rep. So this is why I think sleeves can be beneficial, especially now, for safety. But if you're trying to squeeze everything out of every single rep, for trying to build muscle tissue, you want that rep, or you want that portion of the rep to be hard in that stretch position. Don't overtuck that pelvis. Don't overtuck. Can you keep your pelvis neutral but still squeeze your glutes? But more of it, that's it there. Hold that, right, just take a picture of that. Take a picture of that quickly.
got you, yeah.
It's not just your adductors and glutes that look bigger, but when you overtuck, you lose some of your lower back and mid back density. So just try and, like, if you can do it.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck the curtain, basically. Good, man. It's very good.
That concludes legs with Mr. Kuba. Appreciate the time, thank you. I think I'm back on Friday
It's been a pleasure.
for quads, so
Let's do it.
that'll be just as fun. But no, always a privilege, obviously. I think the minute you think you know it all is when you start making progress. So the opportunity to train the people I do, especially Kuba, is one I'm very grateful for. And hopefully many more to come in the future. So like and subscribe, and
It's been a pleasure. Use code EAGLES. And Kuba Teddy for some JMGP.